What's up, YouTube? This is NYG31 here. This is part 2 of the Bears versus the Giants preview. Okay, I have not talked so much about the offensive line. I'll talk a little bit, but I forgot to say that if Andrew Thomas is matched up with Robert Quinn, Andrew Thomas is going to destroy Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn won't even get past Andrew Thomas that easy. You know why? Andrew Thomas is one of the best left tackles in NFL history. He's graded 9th overall by PFF. I don't even pay attention to PFF too much, but Andrew Thomas is one of the best left tackles we have in a while. I mean, our offensive line had to do our blocking assignments and make sure you keep Nicholas Morrow off of Daniel Jones. Make sure you keep Robert Quinn off of Daniel Jones, and make sure definitely Ron Smith off of Daniel Jones. If they don't, it's gonna be a long season, and I'm not gonna let that be a long game. We're going to run that ball down on our offensive line, have to create holes for Saquon Barkley to run for these B and A gaps, and especially the C gaps. And the thing is, we have to run at Roquan Smith. If you don't run at Roquan Smith's going to have a big day. We can't let that happen. Like I said in my last video, our wide receivers have to get separation, because that secondary is no joke. And that secondary could be exposed. But I'm not saying that because the secondary is weak. The Bears secondary is actually very good. But the fact is, they could be had. And our wide receivers have to get separation. If they don't get separation, it's going to be a long day for this wide receiving core. We don't have a number 1. We don't have a number 2. But we have a number 3. And if when Wan'Dale Robinson plays, it's over. And if he catches the ball, this guy has speed. This guy could take cover off the secondary. And Pt2 Brisker, you got to neutralize him in the run game and the passing game, because this guy is very aggressive. He can make the tackle, and he's very fundamentally sound. So if we neutralize Pt2 Brisker and we neutralize Eddie Jackson in that run game, it's over. And Saquon Barkley will run the ball down the Bears' throat. And once that happens, that's all she wrote. Judah's talking about, we going to destroy the New York Football Giants. But Judah forgot our secondary is stout. And our front seven is stout too. You know how much times we sacked Ryan Tannehill. You know how much times we sacked Baker Mayfield. We didn't get to Cooper Rush, but we put a lot of pressure on Cooper Rush. It's the same thing that's going to happen to Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is going to run for his life. You think Cody Whitehair is going to block Leonard Williams? Hell no. You think Larry Broom is going to block Kayvon Thibodeau? Hell no. You think, what's this guy named? Braxton Jones is going to block Azeez Ojulari? Hell no. It's not happening. We are going to beat the Bears by 3 points. We're not going to beat them by a touchdown. We're going to beat them by 3 points, and that's it. It's going to be a close game. It ain't going to be no blowout. The Giants is not going to blow out the Bears, and the Bears is not going to blow out the Giants. Like I said, that secondary of the Bears is no laughing matter. And that front seven for the Bears is not a joke. They're no joke at all. And if we're going to run that ball down their throat, we have to run at Roquan Smith. And Daniel Jones, he had to use RPOs against his defense. Because if you don't, game is over. We had to use quick passes, and we had to take shots down the field for that secondary. Because if wide receivers, like I said, don't get separated, we can't throw the ball down the field. And game is going to be over. So we have to beat the crap out of the Bears, beat them by 3 points, and that's about it. Our defense had to be stout against that Bears offense, and our offense had to be stout against that Bears defense. Because if it's not, it's going to be over. Because Bears defense is no fun to play with. And that secondary is not to be had, man, because we have to be careful of that secondary. We have to be careful how to pass the ball against that secondary. We have to be careful how to run against that front seven. If we don't run that ball properly, and if we don't block properly and create holes properly for Saquon, game's going to be over. You know what I'm saying? So we have to run that ball down their throat. We have to pass for 100 yards. Like I said, our wide receivers have to get separation. And we do that, we win this game. Until then, this is NYG31 signing out.